down to the nitty gritty. What are these people actually doing? Now we're gonna get to the attacks that they're doing. Are they attacks? Are they attacks on people? Attacks on people? Are they tests to you know, like a rite to passage for some people? We'll see, and we're just gonna go through the methods and see if there's a method to the madness or is it just madness. But we're gonna get to that right now. This is like basically the setup of how they even start to run these attacks and tests. Now, whether it's a war between positive and negative energy and dark and light or whatever it may be, I can't tell for sure. I don't know for sure. But whether it's just to whether they just use these attacks on people just to punish certain people for maybe things they did, or maybe it's just because they need to punish people for whatever spiritual power they. I don't know, but those are just some of the suggestions that are thrown out there. Whether they're thrown out there to confuse or whether they're thrown out there to, you could go through all types of Illuminati people music and you would hear certain clues being thrown all over. So these are some of the things that they have said, and I don't know for sure. We'll find out. But there are people that are, people that you might call good or something, or people that you might call like roughnecks. People from both sides. So you say positive, negative, dark, light, good, bad, whatever the case, that are being recruited to do this. Either it's a work that they do in conjunction with each other. You gotta feel both sides, or maybe it's they both being battling out for who's going to win, the good side or the bad side, or whatever the case is. Now, as I said, this probably sounds like a system that most people wouldn't mind. Like, wow, I didn't know we had all this spiritual power, blah blah blah. But we're gonna look at the tactics and see. Some people want to stand on moral ground or whatever the case may be. Some people it's just more. It's more than just having power. So, for those people, I want you to know at least what I know. I don't know the whole. I don't know the whole thing yet, but I'm gonna figure it out. And we are going to just look at the tactics used by them and see if the ends justify the means. So it seems as though everyone is tested by the all-seeing eye. They have groups of people everywhere, so everywhere you go, people are connected all around the world. So you have the all-seeing eye watching everybody from birth and analyzing you and testing you to see what program you fit into. Maybe they have different programs that they'll try to fit you into, and you know what I'm saying. And I say the all-seeing eye, but maybe not. Maybe they're not the all-seeing eye. It just depends on what you believe. You know what I'm saying. Your life is based on what you are believing and what you accepting. So basically, like if you don't really accept it as that, then it doesn't have to be that way for you. Then you know what I'm saying. But does that make you ignorant towards the truth, or does that make the truth not relevant towards you? Who's to really say? I haven't. I mean, I can't test that theory, so that's on you. So we hold the power of our own individual realities um, for ourselves, and so it's basically if you do believe in something, if you want to believe in something, then it may come true. Now, does it sound like is it magic or is it just mad tricks? Who knows? I mean, maybe free from all of that. Now, some of us may believe that we must do something in order to get something that we believe in. Now, sometimes it just seems like common sense, but maybe that's only because that's what we believe we must do. So, since it's all based on belief, maybe the action and rituals make things more believable, but maybe that's just like I said, it's all based on what you are believing. So miracles are like, you know, like I wouldn't really call it a miracle. You know, if you want to do something, it's. However, um, our existence is a miracle. You know what I'm saying? The fact that we even here, where did we first come from? What was the first thing that ever was? So just that fact alone, that's a miracle. So our whole existence is miracles. So that means we are miracles. But we have found, and people would admit already that that they practice black magic or white magic, pagan religions. You got contemporary religions, Wicca, witchcraft, Satan worship. They all use rituals in their things, and before they do their supposed or performed magic. Even a magician that we know isn't really doing real magic, but maybe some of them. But even they use rituals or stunts before the tricks to get people to do their magic. Now they do it as an illusion, but other witchcrafts or what other crafts do it as a to empower their belief. So they take communion to empower their belief, and they do other things. They stir up frogs and toenails in a pot, whatever these people do. I don't know what they do. They dance around and they voodoo chants or whatever they do to empower their beliefs. So there's some actions that usually take, you know. Now some people even think that when you do natural body functions, you spit, you piss, you shit, you come or whatever, that it's it could be used as a ritual or something if they want to believe that. Who knows? Or if they could use it like a ritual or for some voodoo magic or some type thing like that. And also when people eat or use the bathroom, there's a lot of religions that would do a prayer every time they use the bathroom, wash their hands, or eat something, or you pray before you eat and you pray after you eat, stuff like that. Pray before you go to sleep and all that other stuff. So before you do a lot of actions, you kind of put some blessing upon it. Hopefully, it's a blessing because you throw a blessing on it, then it'll overshadow that any curse anyone else is trying to put on it. So that's what you gotta watch out for. Now, I have been a witness to what could be perceived as magic or an illusionary trick because people may want you to think that they have spiritual powers, I mean magical powers and things like that, but it could just be a trick. I heard a story of when I don't know if it was Columbus or somebody, but somebody from that time sailed down to the West Indies, and I guess they were low on food. I don't know if it's a true story or not, but they went and then they went to the to these native people who weren't as high in technology as them, didn't know about the stars and astrological plan for the Earth, and they went down there and said, okay, if you don't give us this and that we're gonna tell our God to block the sun out. Now these people already knew that a solar eclipse was gonna come the next day, so they used that against us just to make people think that, oh wow, you're powerful. So there's sometimes that people could try to use some other higher knowledge they may have about the natural world against you to make you think that they're magic, but or they might use a coincidence basically against you and just say, ah, yeah, I did that, but they didn't do anything. Now, you, me, we could probably all do miracles and in magic or unintentional miracles until but until I see the results of me doing it intentionally, then I'm gonna have to remain a slight skeptic on that issue. You know what I'm saying? Basically, if I can't do it, then you can't do it. You know what I'm saying? If I can't do it, I damn sure don't want you to be the one doing it. You know what I'm saying? Because that wouldn't make any sense to me. So basically, we're saying knowledge of belief and positive thinking gets it equals potential power. So there's no wonder why people pay billions of dollars for a Super Bowl ad to reach a lot of people to get them to believe in their product.